Hi, I'm Scott,
And I'm Luke.
and we're Android guys,
Give us 5 to 10 minutes of your day
and we'll tell you about a product or service.
or an app that you might be interested in.
On today's episode, a pair of Air-Conduction headphones from SoundPEATS. Hey Luke, what have you got for us today?
Today, I have a new set of headphones from SoundPEATS.
We like headphones here.
We do. SoundPEATS is a brand that we have been introduced to fairly recently.
Mm-hmm.
These are the RunFree Lite.
Okay.
So these are a traditional kind of headphone. They go around the ear.
Okay.
And it's one piece, so there's a kind of a band around the back.
Mm-hmm.
So it's made for, run. It's the run free, so it's made for running and exercising.
Yeah.
But these don't actually go in your ear, and they don't cover the ear. They have an Air-Conduction technology, so they sit above your ear.
All right, so I've got a few questions.
Yes.
Give us a second here, and I'll dive into that.
Sounds good.
Luke, you were talking about the SoundPEATS RunFree Lite,
Yes.
and I'm looking at some pictures and details here.
Yes.
These kind of remind me of the point when Bluetooth headphones took off
Yes.
and they were still kind of tethered to each other.
Yeah. In the advent of stereo Bluetooth.
Yes.
And so these look similar to that. They look, slightly dated,
Mm-hmm.
maybe. But these actually work well for what they are. So they have this air conduction technology. And the idea is that the earpieces sit over your ear.
Mm-hmm.
They don't go in your ear. It's almost kind of like a bone conducting idea.
Mm-hmm.
But they just hover kind of over your ear instead of on your temple. And you can still hear everything around you, but you can also hear your music.
So it kind of reminds me of some of these like Bluetooth sunglasses and things where, okay, this works. It sounds good when I'm out running or if I'm riding my bike, doing whatever.
Yep.
These aren't what I'm going to want to do when I'm mowing.
Sure.
But these are also going to be good if I'm running in a group and somebody starts to talk to me.
Yes.
I can hear, we can start to have the conversation.
Yes.
I can hear the traffic and things around me.
Yes.
One of the downsides to that is that the sound isn't always great.
Correct.
Tell me about the sound here.
Okay, so these have it's a 16.2 millimeter driver.
That's not too bad.
No.
That's a pretty good size.
They put out a lot of power, and they definitely sound better if you press them against your ears.
Okay.
More like traditional headphones or kind of maybe encapsulate your ear drum versus having kind of the air conduction.
Mm-hmm.
Just because with the air conduction and the over the ear, you lose a lot of that kind of richness in the sound.
Sure.
These don't sound nearly as bad as you would expect from something that, essentially kind of works like a speakerphone.
Yeah.
They do sound good, and they pair with the SoundPEATS app. So you have access to all the different EQs that they have set up in the app.
Nice.
Plus you can create your own custom EQ.
So if you are listening to certain types of content and your ears, you can tune them to say, hey, I want to be able to make sure I'm hearing audio, spoken word clearly.
Yeah,
crisp.
you can bump your mids and your highs and kind of get rid of the bass because you don't really need that or something like that. It does give you a lot of control over that in the app. The headphones themselves, really easy to pair. It's Bluetooth 5.3, so no problem, super easy to pair. They have multi-point connection too.
Okay.
So you can connect your phone. You could also connect to maybe your watch if your watch has that capability, or you could pair to your computer. So if you were, maybe working at home, but you still wanted to be able to hear the kids or hear somebody else, and if you're in an office environment, you can still hear your computer, hear your phone, but also hear what's going on around you. So you can have multiple connections, and that works well. These also boast 17 hours of music and talk time.
That's not bad at all.
No.
Okay.
It's a USB-C charger, and these are they're light.
I was gonna say, are they comfortable?
They are comfortable. I was a little worried. I've been using some bone conducting headphones a lot recently, and these are the same idea. And I was worried because they're a little bit bigger than what I've been used to for kind of that style of a headset.
Yeah.
But these feel very comfortable. The way that it's molded to go around your ear and fit around the back of your head feels really natural. I would maybe want the buttons. So the buttons are behind your ear on kind of a flat part of the part that curves around the back of your head. I would want maybe a button on the earbud itself.
Yeah.
Or on the, the speaker itself, because I find myself wanting to touch that point.
Sure.
To answer a call versus the buttons. And there's only buttons on the right-hand side.
Okay.
So there's 3 buttons there. One, and depending on which one you press and how many times, have different functions like volume or skip a track or answer a call, or there's a couple, different modes and different things you can do. Overall, these things are awesome.
Yeah.
And they come in at $40 right now.
What?
Yeah. So they're normally priced, as of recording, looks like they're normally priced at $50, but they're on sale for $40.
Wow.
And I think if you're somebody that, if you're running and you want to be able to hear what's going on around you for this price, they're great. They are, they do have a little bit of sweat-proof.
Yep, IPX4.
IPX4 rated, so light rain, sweat-proof. You're gonna have no problem there. And these tick a lot of the boxes for what you would expect in a pair of headphones, and they have the extra option of having that Air-Conduction technology and kind of that spatial awareness that you would want if you're working out or trying to listen to music, but also be in an environment where you need to be accessible.
Nice.
So yeah, SoundPEATS continually kind of hit the mark.
They do. I don't think they foul off the ball very often.
No.
Everything that I've seen so far from them over the last couple of years has been as good as expected for the price.
Sure.
And when you said 40, I was thinking he's probably going to be like 70, and I would have been like, yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
40, yeah, 50. That's a great price.
Yep. And so these are the RunFree Lite from SoundPEATS.
Well, thank you.
No problem.
All right, that's going to do it for this episode of the podcast.
Thanks for listening.
We appreciate it. If you guys have any questions, feedback, concerns, comments, anything, shoot us an email at podcast@AndroidGuys.com. We'd love to hear from you one way or the other. Luke, if someone wants to get a hold of you, how do they do that?
I am on Instagram and Twitter at Luke Gaul, Gaul.
And I'm on Instagram at Scott Webster and Twitter as SWebster77. Until next time, thanks for listening.
See ya.